Hello, everyone. I am Diana Avila. I'm going to be speaking on the importance of why teenagers should get sleep. So imagine you're driving your car at 7:30 a.m., eyes barely open, the brain is still a little foggy. Would you trust yourself behind the wheel? Now consider this. Most high school students wake up before 6 a.m. just to get to school by 7:30. According to the CDC, Center of Disease Control and Prevention, nearly 73% of high school students aren't getting enough sleep on school nights. That is just not healthy and is quite dangerous. This is a really great issue that hasn't been discussed or brought to awareness. Teenagers need around 8 to 10 hours of sleep per night. And according to the American Academy of Sleep Medicine, nearly early school start times make that nearly impossible. Most teens stay up later due to natural changes in their body. Their circadian rhythm works a little differently, a biological shift that delays their sleep by about 2 hours during adolescence. That research was done by Harvard Medicine in 2021. The consequences of sleep deprivation are quite severe and dangerous. The effects can range from academic performance. A study published in the Sleep Health found students who get more sleep have better grades on average and higher test scores. It also increases mental health issues such as depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts, which is quite severe. It is also a public safety risk. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration reports that drowsy driving is a major cause of accidents involving teenagers. Our current school schedules are just outdated and they are harmful for students. What's a solution that we can implement? So, start schools later, ideally after 8:30 a.m. The American Academy of Pediatrics has officially recommended that middle school and high schools should start no later than 8:30 a.m. Schools that have made these changes report a better attendance, fewer tardies within students, improved mental health, and higher academic achievements, which is really outstanding. Some may argue that starting later would disrupt parents, professions, sports, after school activities, but many districts have already adapted successfully. In Seattle, for example, when schools shifted start times from 7:50 to 8:45, students gained approximately 34 minutes more of sleep per night, and their grades and well-being skyrocketed and improved immensely, which is really great. I want you guys to visualize two scenarios. The first scenario, in the first, a student rolls out of bed at 5:45 to get ready. They are exhausted, they skip breakfast, they start dozing off in first period, they're not learning, they're not there, they haven't got enough sleep, and they're cranky. They get terrible test scores and don't contribute to society when they graduate. The second, the same student wakes up at 7:30 a.m., they eat, they shower, they're alert, they head to school, and they're ready to learn and they're excited. Without change, our teens will keep suffering academically, emotionally, and physically. But with later start times, we give them their rest and their brains start developing the way they properly should. What actions can we take? As parents and members in society, we should start a conversation on this issue. One way you could do that is by talking to your school board, your teachers, and your parents about adjusting school start times. Share the science and research. Not a lot of people are familiar with the statistics on how harmful sleeping or waking up early is for teenagers. It's also a public health issue because there are they have more likely factors in getting into car accidents with non-high school students. Another way is you can start a petition. Many schools have made the change because of a student-led action and starting petitions and really advocating for that time. This is our chance to fight for a healthier and more effective educational system, one that doesn't start before the sun rises. Let teens sleep, and your future will thank you. I'd like to mention 8 of my sources. The first was done by the CDC, second, American Academy of Sleep Medicine, the Harvard Medical School Sleep Health Journal by Wheaton, Johns Hopkins Medical Center, the NHTSA, American Academy of Pediatrics, and Science Advances, done in University, Washington by students in Seattle. Thank you, everyone.